And welcome to the Glacially musical podcast. It is beer, metal, and swearing. Of course, I am Nick Cameron, the founder of this stupid idea. Joined by my good friend, he's a little smarty, a lot farty, Keefy, Fromagier. How we doing today, buddy?
Fromage, say fromage. That's horrible. What's up, bro? I'm good. I'm very orange today. Aren't you glad I wore this shirt?
I'm trying to manifest things. I can't tell if you can see my manifestation.
I see it. Let's see if you did. Let's see if it came to life. Your Golum came to life. Let's see. Speak.
Come on, you were supposed to talk, Don. God damn it! Anyway,
I was trying to figure out what this. It looked like a dick, but then it went in. Now it's me.
Absolutely looks like
so it still looks like a dick. What is happening? What is happening, hot stuffs? How are y'all doing?
Welcome, my fellow urethrans and Flat Don. As we are off the rails already, let me get this back on the rails because I'm fucking thirsty. Deuce Kiss Go, Glacial Musical Beer of the Week is the Stone IPA.
All right, no. Just go right to the beer. All right, Don. All right, Nick.
We did the greeting.
We didn't greeting. You didn't talk about the departments. You just went right to the beer. It's what you care about.
Did you just...
This is what happens when he waits too long. He gets cranky and
he does get cranky. He can't fucking handle it.
He gets so yes. Yeah.
We've been picking on Don. Nick says we've been picking on him. We got to be nicer this week.
We've been picking on Nick. Okay,
we haven't. Nick. He says we were picking on him.
So, well, I'm usually the one getting picked on.
Pour your beer and drink your beer. There.
I poured it. How crazy do I sound? You guys gaslighting me? Well, he says we're being mean. As we're kicking him in the dick right now. Don? Nick, you sound crazy. We're so nice.
Don,
there are 4 lights.
What is your drink?
Yes. Let's see. My drink is a Blue Moon.
Yay.
Today out of my
Okay, here's the finger fudge pour.
Now hold on a second. All right.
You just pour it straight in the middle. Finger fudge pour. Like your fingers fudging down the glass.
You're talking and no one can see Don. Shut up.
How's that?
There you go. Now you let it go.
Filled. But
I was trying to teach Don because we had a conversation about this when you weren't around.
And what I learned,
doing other important things.
And what I learned is that the point of this is because all this turns into beer, and it doesn't settle in your stomach. It doesn't develop all the gaseous stuff. My wife calls me gaseous clay. So
my thing was always gaseous gassy. Because Cassius Cassie was a monster in Final Fantasy XI.
What is your name, Keefy? You're on mute, Keef.
What else? What I have the perfect nickname. It's already Keefy. Listen, Nick, if you want Don to be seen while he's doing a thing, Don has to talk and you have to
I didn't want him to be seen while he was doing that. He asked me earlier to educate him on how to do it.
But like it would have been good for whatever. I'm drinking a liquid death, no can, no glass. Fuck this. Let's go. Cheers.
Just straight out of the can. Cheers. I spilled my shit all over the I don't know what to drink it out of. Okay, here we go.
Okay, you don't finger fudge pour at 18 inches.
Is it? So I did it wrong?
Nick is just a bad teacher. That's what it is.
So can I drink this?
Yes.
Can I drink this like this here? I don't have to wait for it to go down?
You do you.
That is good.
It's one of the worst nights of my life. I was in Birmingham, Alabama on a work trip. And we had been drinking all night. The VP, my... temporary boss that I was spending some time with, one of the outside guys and myself, and as we were at a beer bar because there was no good beer at the place we went to for dinner, and I went to work hungover this day, as I always did on these trips with work people because at that job everybody drank way too much. But I'm drinking this 9% IPA and having a great evening, and all of a sudden I see Dick look down at his phone. He goes, "All right, gentlemen, finish him up. We have to go in 5 minutes." And being 3 sheets to the wind at that point, I couldn't let it go, even though I didn't even pay for it. So I gulped down this 9% IPA. I thought I was going to throw up for the rest of the evening. So until I burped it out. So The finger fudge pour would have been really useful to me at that time. Anyway, as Keefy pointed out, I did screw up the departments. It is greeting, beer check, vinyl check, news check, shirt check, go. Meat of the episode, which is the best metal records of the 90s. We are recreating what we did with Danny Nichols, with my emotional support Don Decky Lumberjack. So, my vinyl check. I'm going to give a big shout out to Joe's STL Records. Joe's Records STL. I told this story on the show a couple of weeks ago. I went in on February 8th, and he's like, oh, you came back for the sale? And I went, I was hoping it was the sale. I couldn't remember if it was today was the sale, but I'm here when I should have said, yeah. That day, the sale was all new overstock vinyl was 20 to 40% off. So the first thing I picked up was this one. My Goodness, self-titled. And My Goodness is one of those duo bands. It's a guitar player, singer, guitar player, and a drummer doing, 60s, 70s blues rock, tuned to a chord, all that kind of stuff. This is a cool looking album. I haven't listened to this in a minute, so I don't remember. But it's a good record. Unfortunately, this was a band that did not survive the scene. But the only duo band that I can think of that really did survive the scene, of course, was the Black Keys. And they're not a duo anymore, so did they survive it? But take a look at this. We have a nice translucent red with smoke. They are out of one of the Washington area cities. Great band if you like stripped down rock. The song, what is the one that I heard? I think it's Blackout Baby. Yeah, the first track on the record. It's just an amazing, amazing song. So that was $20, and I got it 40% off, so I got it for the princely sum of $12. $12 is a good price for that record. Now, here is something that I had meant to purchase a while ago after seeing the band live in concert at Del Mar Hall. Things happened, we had to save some money, at which point I then went to Dead Wax Records and spent $200 instead of the $40 I was going to spend on this band's two records. So I clearly saved all the money. This would be, let me cover the booties. Covering the booties. This is Soul Asylum Grave Dancers Union. This one was, the list price was $40 and I got it 40% off. So I got it for the princely sum of $24. This is, of course, a reissue. This is a metal or a music on vinyl pressing, 180 gram. The music on vinyl pressings, I have been pretty down on modern pressings, but the music on vinyl records, no complaints whatsoever. Let me cover up the booties again, and you can see all the hype stickery goodness, the 40% off sticker right there, and then the price for $40. And that is my vinyl check.
Don, do you have any vinyls to share? Don?
So I don't have anything purchased new, but I do have my obsessions for the week. So
go ahead.
And so I just finished Brian Johnson's autobiography, which, by the way, is fucking fantastic. If you guys have not picked it up,
tell him Steve Dave or somebody else.
I'm sorry.
I think we're talking about AC/DC.
Oh, Brian. Sorry,
Brian Johnson from AC/DC.
Oh, sorry.
And fucking fantastic read.
Tell him, Keef Dave.
That's
and
it.
So I had to bust out my AC/DC Back in Black to listen to it as the soundtrack. And I don't know about you guys, but if you ever read, like if you've read a biography or something or an autobiography, and they're talking about an album, you find yourself listening to it completely different.
I started doing that with Nick Mason's autobiography about 3 or 4 years ago. Yes. When I did that, I'm like, oh, well, why don't I go ahead and just listen to Ummagumma right now so I know what they're talking about? And oh my God, that made reading those rock bios hit in a way. Because I'm not good at remembering song titles. I think I made that very, very clear over the course of this show. So they're like, oh, well, that small part on Echoes at minute 15. I'm like, I don't know, But if you listen to it as you're reading it, oh my God, it's so much better.
I mean, it's the same thing because it was, there's a part in the book where he's talking about, Brian's basically talking about how like Malcolm and Angus basically came to him with like song titles. That's all. They had song titles that they liked, and then they had the riffs recorded, and they were like, "Here, we need you to write this." And so he was writing Hell's Bells, and apparently got lost in translation a little bit because it means something different where he's from in Scotland. And so they were explaining it to him, and he was like, "Oh,
Brian Johnson is also Scottish."
He's Scottish, yes.
So they had Bond, who was, as Keefy pointed out to me recently, Glaswegian, who moved to Australia.
Yes.
And then when they replaced him, they found another Scottish gent. No. He's not. He's a Geordie.
I'm pretty sure Brian Johnson is Northern English.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. He's a Geordie because he was in Geordie.
But they liked
That's
him.
Right.
They liked him. They liked his band he was in. Which
previous
was called,
Department of Metal Antiquities subject, Geordie.
Was his band also called Geordie? And their record is also called Geordie. And they have
and they're all Geordies.
And they're all horrible.
But then
it's not a good record.
No, but then they also had Geordie too, which was the rebirth of Geordie. Very.
They should have called the second one LaForge.
I like it. But anyway, listening to this after hearing the stories, of the songs, completely different like mindset. It's like hearing it for the first time. It was fantastic. I have been very down on Metallica lately for some reason, and like tried to give some of their later era stuff a listen, just wasn't connecting. So I went running right back to my Megaforce Records pressing of Kill 'Em All that I bought.
Oh, did Don just ask to join us for the whole Metallica 90s series?
Oh, well, you know what? I will take the and so like there's the Megaforce label.
Oh, you got a Megaforce one too.
Yeah.
I have a nifty Walmart color vinyl. I don't give a fuck about 19.
You know who else has a brand new pressing of it?
A good sounding record is what I care about.
You know who else has a good a modern pressing of it?
You.
James
Hetfield.
My brain is not working. I sent one out as a giveaway.
Kirk Hammett.
That's right. Is it Stephanie Montoya?
Yeah, Stephanie Montoya has it.
Jamie, she got her package. I never told you. She
told me. She said that she sent me a thank you note because she really loved the Horn and Holt record. I said she said it.
Oh, that's cool.
Hit just right at that time.
Oh, that's cool.
And Jamie, being perfectly on brand, has said nothing except that he has it.
Yeah,
he's too high.
All right, and then finally, because to celebrate Record Store Day, I haven't got this one yet, but this is the Back for the Attack album.
That is still next month,
I know, but
okay.
I'm listening to Back for the Attack. I got overexcited.
He sends us these frantic texts one Friday night about Doc and Beast from the East. And I'm like, what are you talking about? How much is it going to cost today? How much is what going to cost today? He's like, Record Store Day. I'm like, bro, that's 8 weeks away. We did an episode on it Wednesday.
Look,
it's not Saturday.
Do not do a podcast on 100 milligrams of edible because you will swear that every day, the next day is Record Store Day.
Every day is Record Store Day if you're us.
That is very true. But Beast from the East, a flawless classic. I don't care what anyone says. I will die on this hill. Not a bad song on this album. And I am super psyched for Beast from the East live. So, I'm sorry. This was Back for the Attack. It's all the rhyming words. Back for the Attack. Beast from the East. Rockin' with Dockin'.
Does the Beast from the East enter in the back door?
Well, according to you, it does, because you wanted to fuck it in its asshole. That's what you said.
I did say that, and I regret that now.
You regret all your choices. Rhyme schemes worse than Anvil. Today's podcast is sponsored by Good Tide cannabis-infused gummies. When you really want to get fucked up and not remember today, Good Tide cannabis-infused gummies.
Did you write that copy, or
I just made it up on the spot? Actually,
how much am I getting paid for this?
0. And it's my time.
That's a great sponsorship for somebody who doesn't use them.
So, hey, what is the dosage per piece on this?
Too much, whatever it is for me. It is 10 milligrams of THC.
Okay.
And 100 per container, so 10. Duh. They're very strong. There was also, I had a different variety, like a guava one. These are pineapple. I had a guava one that was given me that also has hash resin, and I went to fucking Pluto and back.
So was it pure guava?
No. Stop.
Did you push the little daisy?
Please don't wean me.
To
Anyway.
make it come up.
Yeah. I know how the song goes. I like Ween enough. Like, not love. Like. Calm
You
down.
like him way more than I do. I want to punch him into the
No,
fire.
I don't. Yeah, like no. Anyway, my vinyl check today I have the 2 for, like all of 2025, and this was gifted to me. This is a great punk rock album. Against Me, the original Cowboy, which I think is the demo version of their actual other album, The Eternal Cowboy. Against Me is the Eternal Cowboy. Against Me is kind of broken up right now, but this is a great little collector's item if you like some punk folk and folk punk, whichever works. It came with a little insert with a live photo and a whole bunch of blurry lyrics I can't make out, but still nice to have on the traditional vinyl inside the mylar already with a cool cover. I don't know why it's kind of a little dusty on this. I don't know. Oh, this is all fucked up. I don't know why. This was gifted to me, so it was free. So I shan't complain. A and B with the font from the logo on the front. But the second record, which will be of particular interest to metalheads, is this Gimme Radio vinyl exclusive that they were selling at a discount when they were going out of business originally, or when they came back in business originally a year ago. Skeletonwitch's Beyond the Permafrost on a special vinyl press from Gimme Metal.
I wish I had that.
Wow, that is like blast from the past right there.
Yeah, they've been gone for a while. They did come back with a different singer. I still have the hype sticker on the mylar.
I saw them on the tour without the singer.
With the other singer?
No, with no singer.
Yeah, that happened.
Wasn't one of the guys from Gypsy Hawk, didn't he join Skeletonwitch, or am I completely off on that one?
No, I think you're thinking of Wolfhammer, and that's the same.
Oh, that's who I'm thinking of.
They basically had the whole. So, like, also Skeletonwitch. Here's a fun fact. So, Skeletonwitch kicks out the singer, whose brother is the guitar player, and they haven't spoken, I think, ever since. It is an anniversary year for them, not for this album. I think their other one. I love this artwork. I forget who did this. This is pretty crazy. It does have like a cool insert with lyrics on this like snowflake shaped with arrows shooting a snowflake maybe. It's also got details on the back. Look at this back image. I don't know if you can make that out too clearly with the glare, but not too shabby.
That is nice.
But again, front cover, again, this incredible artwork, front cover, back cover.
That is, when is that from? Is that from about 1996-ish?
No.
Because that looks
that's like 2000.
I don't know Skeletonwitch that well. What I can tell you what that looks like. That looks like 1987 Bay Area thrash covers. And
it's more like Midwestern,
I'm here for it.
Grindy heavy metal with some extreme, whatnot. I was going to have you, while I show the pretty colored vinyl, maybe you could look up when this record came out. But here's the vinyl.
What's it called again?
The album Beyond the Permafrost. And here's this cool, I don't know if you'd call this kind of a muted lavender. Maybe it's a cornflower blue. I guess it's lavender because the ring in the center looks lavender, but it kind of looks blue in person. It could be the pink lighting. So under this light, it looks a little more purple than it is. But like when I look at it here, it kind of looks blue to me. Maybe I'm colorblind. I don't know.
It looks purple to
me. It definitely looks like a lavender kind of thing.
But again, the lighting in the room is all pink.
It came out in 2007, and they're described as the new wave of American heavy metal.
That's fair. They were at the tail end of that, though. They were not like exact contemporaries of your Killswitch Engages and your.
I don't like that.
Oh,
I don't like that genre name. It's like neo thrash. It's just thrash made by new people.
It's a perfect
Harris. Eric Harris was on this one. He was the bass player for Skeletonwitch. This was before he went on to do Gypsy Hawk. So he was in Skeletonwitch.
Officially, the vinyl color is called Winter Wind, and this label is blue. So I really think this vinyl is supposed to be blue.
But I don't think Winter Wind is a color.
It isn't, but that's what they called it.
I mean, I would like to see that in a Crayola box.
When Nick and I put out a vinyl compilation someday on pressed vinyl, and we hold it in our hands, Nick can call it whatever the fuck he wants. Whatever color variant we do, a two-tone, a blend, a merge, a bird shit, whatever the fuck pattern it comes out as. We can incorporate some of Don's jizz and my jizz from shirts that I came in.
It could just become splatter on black t-shirt.
Oh no, I already have the name of it.
Oh, please.
Finger fudge?
Pedro Serrano.
Why? That's such an obscure reference. No one's going to
Is it?
No one's gonna get it.
Do you get it?
I do get it, but like
Don
we
got
talked
it.
about it. We're gonna get sued by either
Okay.
Pedro Serrano or Metallica.
Okay, fine. It's Pirano merge.
Somebody help me. Don, Nick, news check. Let's go. I
don't have any news. I yield my
I'm
time.
gonna take this fucking edible probably. Go ahead. What?
You didn't even hear him say that, dude.
Yes.
I don't have any news today. I yield
heard
my
you.
time.
You yield your time. All right. Don, do you have any news you want to share that is timely?
Yeah, actually, the most exciting news for me this week was Bruce Dickinson announcing his North American tour, which is his most extensive U.S. solo tour to date. The only one that came close was when he did the Accident of Birth / Chemical Wedding shows, and even those were like a handful, maybe 10 or 12. This is a pretty good run, starting on August 22nd in Anaheim and wrapping up on the 5th of October in LA. But it's crazy because the show September 4th is in Fort Lauderdale. Then on the 7th, he's in Sao Paulo. And then on the 10th, he's in Brooklyn. I mean, like, the guy's a fucking madman. I mean, he's still got it. So unfortunately, it's not coming close to me. So, but I'm going to try to find a show to go to.
If anybody wanted to meet me in Chicago, I mean, I know where a train station is to get me there.
Oh, well, shit.
Maybe.
I guess the other thing too is that sad news is Faster Pussycat singer Taimie Downe. His fiance died falling overboard on the 80s cruise this past week. And there's a lot of mystery behind it. And I don't know. It sounds like it could be. I mean, it's crazy. TMZ is reporting on it. So, when TMZ is reporting on it, it's got something going on. So, but anyway, it was very sad news.
Very weird timeline we are living with that you say, well, if TMZ is reporting it, it must be true.
Oh, unfortunately, it's like I saw an article today and someone said it was The Onion and it was not. It was like a regular news item. And I was like, I couldn't tell the difference. And then finally, the Nick Menza documentary is coming out. This Was My Life. Looks like they're going to have a big East Coast screening. I don't know the dates yet, though, but I did watch the trailer and it looks fantastic. It looks like it could very well be a sad story as well, because Nick was a pretty self-destructive cat there for a little while, but it looks like it's done really well, and it looks like it's premiering on April 10th in LA at Le Mel Royale or whatever that is. So, and that's my news, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I think the East Coast is in New Jersey around like a week later. I think the narrative that Mustaine likes to spread is that Nick is destructive and Nick is a problem and Nick is a freak. And I feel like it's probably somewhere in between.
That's kind of the narrative that you put to me. So, I mean, that checks out.
That I put to you.
That I'm disruptive. Oh. I'm the problem.
Oh, is Nick making it about himself again?
This time, yes.
Yes. Turn?
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Menza Cameron, everybody.
Nick Menza Cameron, that's pretty great.
Can I have Boom Boom back? I like that one.
Boom Boom podcast, Nick podcast Cameron. Don had the idea that if I get a different nickname every show opening, you also should. But like
I also get a different name. So
that's a lot of work for me. Well, I mean, you're Don Dockin Leaumont. Like, how could you not be anything?
Don he's Don Decky Loma.
Don Juan Delanouche. Like, what else could you do?
Wow.
I'm not going to quote the next line from that movie.
No, I think it's Don Dockin.
I would kiss you with that mouth.
I bet you kiss your mom with that mouth. Anyway, no, my mom is dead. By the way, I used to work in cruising, and a lot of people die on cruise ships, and you never hear about it. I am very sad if a person lost their life.
Okay, I thought that was just something that was so random.
It's not random. People die a lot on cruise ships. Did you know the most common injury on a cruise ship is old people getting injuries fucking?
No.
Yeah, I have all those.
You know what?
factoids.
Bye-bye boner for this
Like
week.
a broken
Yeah.
hip and a broken elbow and falling off the bed and then an arm fracture and then you got to get airlifted off the ship and then
We're just still going. We're just still doing this.
usually one person, that other person stays on and then they get weird looks and stares from everybody because it's like, oh, that's Margaret. She fucked that guy to death almost.
Doris, I'm almost there. Don't call him yet.
Just finish me off quick. Anyway.
Come on, just
That's
get
how I
that
want to
hand
go.
working.
That's how I want to get airlifted off a cruise ship. But yeah, I have a little bit of news today. The Dickinson news is interesting. Omar Cuttis actually covered the very first Bruce Dickinson show at the Whiskey A Go Go with his new solo band for the Mandrake Project. And as you know, I
remember that, man.
I do have the Mandrake Project comic books that were gifted to me by my good pal, my good friends at Waterfront Comics in Sassoon City. But
Previous podcast subject, the Mandrake Project.
the Mandrake Project, that's right. And it's good. It's good. It's quite good. It's got potential for long, multiple albums and stuff. We said we don't know if we're going to get any more Maiden albums. Don doesn't want any more. He doesn't want any Maiden.
I liked the last couple Maiden records.
I thought the last Maiden record was pretty good.
I thought Final Frontier was like the last solid.
Oh,
I
I
thought
want
that
a
was
copy of that, but
That's-
it's so expensive.
It's so bad. Why would you want it? It's terrible.
What?
El
That
Dorado.
is not a
whatever it is.
terrible record, dude. That
Pretty
is
bad
like the
record.
best one they did since Seventh Son. So shut up.
No, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, no,
I
it's the
disagree.
best one they had done
Brave
since
New
Brave
World.
New World.
No, Brave New World is incredible. Come on.
And
Dude, think
Final
about what
Frontier
came after Seventh Son, though.
Final Frontier is the best one since Brave New World, and Brave New World was the best since Seventh Son.
That's fair.
Okay.
Three white guys
I-
arguing. Welcome to America, everybody. Anyway,
Okay.
About
that's
Iron
fair.
Maiden, the whitest band in the world.
may I continue?
Scream for us, Keith.
Scream for me, podcasters. Slayer, because a few shows is not enough, has announced a couple of shows in England, piggybacking off of that Black Sabbath show where they're apparently just going to play a few songs, including Hand of Doom, which I love the Slayer cover of Hand of Doom, by the way. Pantera also covered Hand of Doom. I think Orange Goblin has covered it. So the Slayer shows are pretty fucking stacked. It's like Slayer, Amon Amarth, Mastodon, Lamb of God, everybody that's playing on that Black Sabbath show except Black Sabbath and a few other bands. So that's like a lot of people. The tickets went on sale today, I think, for the pre-sale. About £104, I believe, was the all-in pricing. Pretty good for like 7 or 8 bands with Slayer.
140 then.
No, final tally was 104.
No, 104 pounds is $104.
Yes, I wasn't converting, but thanks.
I'm converting.
Okay then. The Anglophile strikes again. So I'm pretty, Slayer, more shows, not bad. We know they're going to play Louder Than Life. We know they're going to play a couple of other things, and the Black Sabbath show. And then additionally, today, Ghost announced a new album. We know they have a big headline tour kicking off soon in England. Skeleton is the name of the album. Satanized is the brand new single and video. And I have to say, even though it's a corny name, the song and the video are phenomenal. And I'm super hyped yet again for Ghost. Future podcast subject, Ghost.
Yeah, future podcast subject.
Probably should do them soon, but
we'll do them.
We don't have enough time. This next series is going to run for a while, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be a minute.
And then finally, Aftershock was announced today. The one of the big Danny Wimmer festivals. We got Louder Than Life last week, Aftershock this week. Normally, Louder Than Life is a few weeks, but it's like a week before, a week and a half, 2 weeks before Aftershock. This week's Aftershock is October 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. In my backyard here in Sacramento. I did not go last year, sadly. I missed Pantera, Iron Maiden, Slipknot, and Slayer. That sucks. But this year's headliners are Blink-182, Deftones, who I just saw last night, and I'm going to talk about in a second, Korn, and Bring Me the Horizon. But this lineup is fucking nuts. So, okay, the Blink-182 day is a lot of mostly pop-punk bands, but also has Acid Bath, Power Trip, Carcass, High on Fire, Cattle Decapitation, Nails, Snot, and Dry Kill Logic, as well as Hatebreed, the SOD reunion that includes Jamie Josta and Scott Ian's son for some reason, All Shall Perish, the band called Speed from Japan, Spite, Throne, and Left to Suffer, but other bands that are included on this giant festival, Turnstile, Knock Loose, Dillinger Escape Plan, Perfect Circle, Lamb of God, Bruce Dickinson, Kerry King, Fear Factory, Lacuna Coil, Dream Theater, Testament, Exodus, Gojira, Chevelle, Marilyn Manson, Zombie, Bad Omens, 3 Days Grace, Mudvayne, Trivium, In This Moment, Machine Head, Powerwolf, Flyleaf, Dream Theater, Pop Evil, August Burns Red. Cavalera doing all of Chaos AD for a one-off exclusive show.
Oh,
Devil
neat.
Driver, way low on the bill. Scowl, Dying Wish, Spy, Prong at the very bottom. That makes me sad, but a bunch of bands.
Jesus Christ, save some metal for the other kids.
There's no
Seriously.
metal for anyone else.
So
and Ingrid
how-
Malmsteen
what
is
are the-
also on this. I'm going to go throw donuts at him.
And Ingrid Malmsteen.
I'm going to smuggle in a pack of Hostess donuts,
I
right?
fucking hate donuts.
Powdered donuts. So in the hot 110-degree Sacramento heat, I'm going to bring them in. I'm going to bring in like a food worker's glove, reach into my little pack, and just wing donuts at him. And if I get kicked out and banned, it was worth it because fuck
Yeah.
that guy.
What is the ticket? What is the sales tier like for these tickets? Because this is a massive festival.
It's
Like,
a
is
man-
it like a?
So, yeah.
I mean,
4-day and single-day passes are on sale now. They always sell out. A weekend general admission. Let's do all the things. Weekend GA. I'm just going to open up the ticket links and then I'm going to come back in and tell you what they cost. They also are launching. All the Danny Wimmer Fests usually have a new. They have like a VIP and a super VIP, and some of the people are mad about the super VIP, but it's just the first time they've had it for this festival. Weekend 4-day general admission. Weekend 4-day GA, $434.99 plus fees, $512.22. It's basically $100 a day. I think it's absolutely worth it.
wow.
Yeah, totally.
That's
People
pretty
think
fantastic.
People think it's expensive. You can get a 4-pack for $2,000, basically $2,004.64
for all 4 shows.
for all 4 days GA. Now let's take a look because it goes up.
Wait, is it 500 a day?
100 a day,
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so it's 4-pack of 4 tickets for
like
4 days.
120 a day max.
Okay, yeah, no, that's totally.
Oh, okay. I
that's-
see.
I know,
That's
I-
actually that's
512.22
yeah.
for 4 days at a festival with all
Of
those
that-
bands.
of that quality.
Yeah.
That's incredible, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of all the festivals I've gone to, they also have pretty good food trucks and things like that, merch, all the things. It's hot though. Sacramento, the park I don't like. It's very rocky and there's a lot of dust, so you kind of almost need to wear a mask. And I'm probably going to go and I'm going to try to interview bands. I don't think we can get a photo pass, but they'll give us a photo. They'll give us photos. Here's the VIP really quick. How much? So if the general admission is 512, Nick's forehead, how much do you think the VIP is for 4 days?
900.
2,500.
Nick was closest. If this was Price is Right or whatever that show is, you would win. 888.08 for the
No, I
VIP.
went over.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter that you went over. Does it matter? I don't
You're
know.
closest.
In Price and Right, it does. It Price and Right, close without going over.
Well, Nick went. Well, Don was way over. So like,
Should have bet. I should have bet $1.
I just. Oh yeah, seriously.
Should have been $1.
So then there's the Capital Club Super VIP. So VIP. Let's take a look. What do you get with VIP? Just-
$1.
Can I finish? VIP is like private viewing, private merch, actual bathrooms in little trailers.
worth it.
or
Worth it
bar,
for actual bathrooms.
and shaded
Seriously.
areas. And shaded areas. The porta potties are a disaster.
Do they
And
sell
there's-
shade?
They
That's
kind of
fucking
have
insane.
monetized the shade now. Yeah.
Is that like
Good
how do they
God.
package that? Is that like in a bucket?
How do they get the shade to just go over the people who pay?
Rich people, white people shit. My new song with my band Angst is going to be called White People Shit, and that's going to be one of them. Here's the
That is
super.
the whitest thing ever.
Yeah,
It
so
really is.
I'm white people shit. Thank you. I rest my case. Get ready to elevate your Aftershock experience with the ultimate Capital Club Pass. You know, Sacramento's the capital of
The
everything's
ultimate capitalist capital
the
club has.
capital of California is
capitalist club.
Sacramento. Along with full access to general admission and VIP areas, Capital Club members will enjoy exclusive perks, premium amenities, best views and comforts Aftershock has to offer. Capital Club perks include elevated main stage viewing platforms,
Oh,
exclusive
look
air
down at the
condition-
look down at the
down
proletariat.
on the plebes and the proles, exclusive air-conditioned lounge,
Ooh, fancy.
exclusive credentials, commemorative Capital Club laminate. and
Oh,
wristband.
I hate that. I hate that.
It's
It's
a
not
I,
really a
laminate?
perk.
yeah, I
Like-
hate that.
I got my
Here's
laminates.
a piece of.
I
here's
remember
It's like wait.
I saw, yeah, when I saw Ace Frehley, I remember watching guys like the first time I saw Ace in Kansas City, like guys holding their Ace Frehley VIP limit. Like, no, you're just a tool.
There's a guy that does a YouTube channel about all the meet and greets he does and the like ridiculous guitars he gets for meet and greets.
I've seen that guy.
We talked about this on a previous podcast, and the Ace meet and greet for like $3,000. It's not even a Gibson Les Paul. It's not even his guitar. It's a replica of an Ace guitar that is a piece of shit you would never
It's not
play.
even. No, it's not even that. It is literally the cheapest guitar that they sell with the words Les Paul attached to it. And I know because I had one back in the 90s, but it doesn't. They don't have Les Paul even written on it.
Wait, who is this? Is this Ace? You said this is
it's
Ace?
It's an Epiphone Les Paul Special 2. Except where the Les Paul signature would be, it's a special.
Yeah, Ace will at least take a photo with you, but he won't talk to you. He'll like take a photo next to you. Apparently, that same guy also did the Vai and Satriani co-headline tour VIP, where they did like a little sound check, and they chatted with the fans. But then they had the fans turn around and take a photo with the guys on stage above them, not next to them or with them. That's what they paid for. And he was so mad. He was like, they couldn't even take a photo with us. This thing was like $2,000. I was like,
you don't want to touch the dirty people. You just don't
sounds
want
like the Testament VIP. It sounds like the Testament VIP.
Look, if you got $2,000, you got $2,500 next time to get a picture with me.
The Testament VIP is when they fucked my old band manager on their tour bus after getting our demo tape. Anyway,
wow.
Moving on, I don't want to hear that story.
Fast Track Festival entrance, so you bypass the crowds with a dedicated lane for yourself. I want to tell you that going in
that's
the press
useful.
That's super helpful in the burning hot morning of Sacramento. Daily re-entry. There is no re-entry at this thing except through this pass. It might be worth it. Just for that.
Butt nuts.
All-inclusive bites, complimentary hors d'oeuvres, light bites, and all-day snacks. Including
complimentary hors-d'oeuvres.
Hors-d'oeuvres. Whore is divorced. All-inclusive beverages, unlimited beer, wine, cocktails, mocktails, non-alcoholic.
Dangerous.
But I'm saying 2 drink maximum in the VIP. But like, so you drink.
Dangerous for me because I would forget the show. I mean, because whenever I drink the most whenever it's free because I love a deal.
Yeah, my interview with Dan, one of my many interviews, but one of my Aftershock 2022 interview with Danny Carranos, where we wore matching Hawaiian shirts like bros.
Okay,
we did a game where we were like, what is what your Aftershock drink says about you? I was like, what a hot coffee. He's like, you're psychotic. I just had one because it was free. And then we were talking about like how many people are hammered in the hot sun, and I don't know how they make it to the end of the day. Also included premium food and drink offerings, so they have their own special elevated options.
Not inclusive,
but to buy. Air conditioned, flushable restrooms. Enjoy clean.
Clean so restrooms. The first one had real air conditioning, right? Real restrooms, but and now we've upgraded to flushable and air conditioned restrooms.
That's accurate. I've done those.
So you have to pay extra to be cool and to flush.
Yes, dedicated guest services team members.
Oh, concierge.
Festival merchandise fast lane just for you. That's also a plus. Your own dedicated Wi-Fi.
Ooh.
And private locker rental.
Wow. Wait, so you don't even need to be the proletariat Wi-Fi?
No.
Wow.
How much do you think a single ticket for
$3,000
for the VIP? Don?
$1.
Well, I don't know how to judge this, but the price is $2,496.
Nick
Don wins. Don gets it.
I know.
So basically,
now he gets to come up and play Plinko.
1,120.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna come running down the aisle.
No, you've already run down the aisle. Now you run up to play Plinko.
$1.
1,125 a day. I'm not sure if it's worth it.
See, this is just what I don't understand with these festivals. Is that like it's? I mean, I know we were kind of joking about it, but like, just the idea of like paying for air conditioning and paying for a shitter that flushes, as opposed to like the hole in the ground, that everyone else is going to be using.
It sounds so Hunger Games.
It really does. It's like, I volunteers tribute.
It's more like Lord of the Flies, because literally people's base instincts come out. And
that's what Hunger Games is.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Well, so let me ask.
I'm trying to keep our references
I'm sorry, I'm a William Golding fan. And
I'm trying to keep our references somewhat current.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 years old, but still.
Hey, Nick, can you pull up your cardboard Don? I dare you to like bring that into bed with a lawyer wife and just kind of like put it up under the covers and see how she behaves.
No, actually put it in between y'all and pull like the sheet over it, just like flap the arms.
Stop talking, Don.
Oh my god!
Oh
anyway,
my god! I suspect if you've just been
this
wowed
has turned into
by
an
that,
episode of
by that
SVU.
Magic Mike 3. Nick
this just turned into penthouse letters for Don.
Oh man! So there's a box on the bed behind me.
In-house letters.
Don sent me and Nick some care packages, and mine is on the box behind me, and I'm going to unbox it tomorrow on my show, which will be out by the time you see this podcast and hear this podcast. The Ghost Cult Weekly Ritual. I'll be unboxing my box from Don, which I hope has one of those Don cardboards, which I'm going to absolutely violate and think of Don as I do it.
I can't wait to look at your box, Keith.
Well, I mean, I got Don's box in the mail, which is like
I got Don's box. He sent me a 2XL Goo Goo Dolls shirt, which I gave the lawyer wife.
Yeah, cool. Well,
that was from my mystery box from the.
Was it? I told you not to send me that.
That's why I sent it to you, dumbass. Don't ever tell me to not do something.
Oh no, that means that the Goo Goo Doll shirt was the better of the shirts. I definitely.
She's actually wearing it right now.
Did I get the Finger 11 shirt or whatever the fuck it was?
And he sent me a copy of The Firm.
Finger Me 11.
Finger Me 11. Look, I kept the Cardi B shirt.
Oh, that's cool.
You know.
All right, can I make a quick comment on Keefy's news?
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. That was like 20 minutes ago. Moving on.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it makes sense for Slayer to do a tour out of that because it's an extraordinarily expensive jaunt to do that.
Yeah, the Black Sabbath show is for charity. They have to make some profit for going over to Europe.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna cost them probably $200,000 to play that show.
I don't know about that much, but like
call it 50. They're gonna call it 50 grand.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna bleed money and they're gonna have to recoup it back. So
I think they're gonna announce more shows. I knew they were gonna play Europe.
There's gonna be a tour. There's gonna be an American tour in 26. I'll bet you $10.
I don't think so because Tom has said they don't envision a full tour ever. It's too many dates. They're gonna do a handful.
Yeah,
and they also a handful and a handful and a handful.
Yeah, they also said they weren't gonna reunite, but here we are.
Yeah, and then Kerry King's gonna cry from his crib. I wasn't ready to go.
You know what Kerry King should do? Kerry King should call the dude that's over there that's not Kerry King in the band that plays guitar. I believe his name is Harry Golt, and be like, hey Harry, I have an idea. Why doesn't Exodus do a tour with me?
No.
Yes.
Hey,
Exodus has enough problems.
Oh,
Exodus and Kerry King are going to both play that festival, by the way.
I know.
So Gary will do double duty.
All right, let's moving on to shirt check because we are going.
Hold on,
long.
breaking news. Exodus news. Harry Golt is out. Kerry King's in.
All right, shirt check.
Leave Gary Holt alone, man.
John 5 got this at the tour in 2019, the last show before the pandemic.
To do it, nobody wants you.
So you can see the whole. Do you want to see my dingus?
I don't. Well, that's why I don't want you to stand up. I'll pull out that fat dingus.
Eat your own butt.
Done. Shirt check.
I have Halas on.
Why are you standing?
And so I mean,
oh god.
And
you know what? I'm just gonna say I'm glad I've got a 9% beer on deck.
Hey, look, Halas, fantastic Swedish sci-fi adventure rock.
I
fucking incredible band.
I'm pretty sure I interviewed them.
Do you want to hate me? I've interviewed them and seen them twice, including in.
Oh, look at me! I'm Keefy. I've done all the things. I'm your daddy. Bend over and take it.
I saw Halas 3,000 times.
I saw Metallica 15 times in March.
I held Kirk Hammett's pee-pee while he pee-peed.
Not only did I see Metallica, but I saw Metallica's kids do Metallica songs. It was Metallica squared.
They never did Metallica songs. They did Suicidal Tendencies. You asshole.
That was incredible.
Yeah, it was really wild. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Anyway, my shirt, if you didn't notice, following up last week's mellow yellow Metallica shirt, is this incredible orange Suicidal Tendencies shirt because I'm cycling through some shirt wear.
Are you still psycho after all these years?
I am. Can we let's I asked this question informally in our thread. Guys you're wearing these shirts. I don't know if you've been wearing that shirt all day or you just put it on for the podcast. I tend to put these shirts on for the podcast. Is it dirty after the podcast?
This is actually my second shirt of the podcast because I spilled quesadilla.
As Don came
on the I spilled quesadilla on the shirt I was gonna wear.
That sucks.
So
that would have been awesome because that would have looked like Keith's cum on a black T-shirt.
It was one. It was a white T-shirt, and two, it was red.
You don't know what my
it would have looked like Odorous of Rungus's cum on a black T-shirt.
That's fair. I always feel like the yellow, I guess the blue or the purple is the jizz, and the red is the blood, and the yellow is the urine with gore.
Yeah, but then there's always the green slime, which usually comes from like inside the brain or something. Like it's some sort of a cavity
or
goo. Yeah. Yeah, no, but I'm like you. I do tend to change my shirt for the podcast.
I change into a shirt typically.
Or you put that shirt in the laundry and you don't wear it again?
No. Typically, I wear it for the rest of the night, and we go out and we do business, and whatever.
Okay. I'm just checking.
I'll probably wear this while I'm working tomorrow from home.
I don't have laundry in my apartment, so like every shirt is a choice. Like every shirt.
Look, I wear the same pair of jeans 4 days a week.
Look, I have 6 pairs of jeans, but I will wear a pair of jeans until they smell like I hate me.
Like your balls?
No.
I just busted the crotch out of some.
Why does everybody want to talk about my wedding tackle here? We are not married, sir. You do not have access.
I don't want it.
Look, friend, don't talk to my friend that way, friend.
Do you want to see my balls in your beer?
I really don't.
My edible.
You could have got your balls out at that pre-Metallica drinks with my friend there, but you chose not to. You should have actually took your balls out when that guy big timed you.
Why? Why would you bring that up?
I want to dip my balls in it.
That motherfucker.
You know what else I throw? My nuts in your coffee.
Here, let me light your cigarette with my fist.
Sorry.
That would not have hurt, though.
Sorry about that painful memory.
That would have been like this. Let me feel you.
And then you would have got knocked the fuck out like Friday.
Yeah, like by a 23-year-old.
Nah, he's a black metal fan. He has no muscle tone. That guy's never lifted a pinky to do anything. He's like,
black metal
as soon as I finish eating this scone, I'm gonna fucking harsh you on Reddit about my interaction with you today.
Okay, so before we move on, I just have to say that am I the only one that when Keith described what genre of music, like you got the image right away? I was like frail black hair that wasn't
what he was. This guy looked like the ultimate like black metal poser even. He had a kind of he had shorter hair than me. It was perfectly coiffed. It was like Zach Morris coif and that color. Yeah, and he's like wearing like a leather jacket, and I'm like, fuck you. Oh, fuck you. Go back to high school, bitch.
Yeah, fuck that guy. We did have a great time despite that. You were pretty mad. Really quick.
We'll never stop being mad. And I won't stop being mad because I had the greatest comeback that I fucked up on. Yeah, I know who they are, and also they know my name when they wrote it down to put me on the list.
They don't know what that means. You should have said guest list at the show, so he knew what it meant.
He knew what it meant. I
don't think so, but they don't go to shows. Really quick. So I saw Deftones last night at the Chase Center where the Warriors play basketball, and it was phenomenal. And I'll be honest, a band that I first saw struggled to fill a club in New York City in 1995, and then a few months later struggle with Anthrax to bring anybody to Southern New Jersey to see a few bands in a small club, is now playing arenas with 20,000 people. And it was 90% full. They played 2 nights in a row. Golden One Center in Sacramento completely sold out. Chase Center in San Francisco completely almost sold out. And it was incredible. And I really never thought, like, I've always only seen Deftones in theaters and clubs. I saw them maybe open for Black Sabbath and Pantera once in a hockey arena, but they played for 35 minutes and it was no backdrop even for them.
I saw them at Ozfest at the Shed.
So not like a big, probably like a big, a backdrop, not like some incredible show. Right. And
correct, like 30 minutes.
When I've seen them headline festivals recently too, they played with like cool, interesting lighting, but nothing like wildly imaginative, basically. And so this show was not just 19 songs of greatness and probably one of the tightest and best sounding Deftones shows I have ever seen, maybe one of the top 2 or 3 in the many times I have seen them. They had a light show that rivaled like Rush or Tool or Nine Inch Nails. It was phenomenal. They had a big stage, and it was like many levels to the stage. They had like 6 players, and there was like this movable light thing that kept going up and down, and sometimes it would show video and sometimes it was their other things. It was pretty insane, and I gotta say it was a phenomenal show. And I only made it to, I think this was my 4th show of the year unofficially, but after a big hiatus to start the year, it's going to be very hard pressed to top this. I am trying to go to see Metallica in June, but
with as big as they're getting, it's really cool to see that they're finally having an arena style light show, because that's the kind of thing that you need to have if you're playing in front of 15,000 people.
Give me my beast from the east.
I
And
wish
by the
I
way,
could just reach through the screen and bite the head off the Don with the shark guy.
Where's my shark?
but you'll have
Oh,
to
actually,
you have to get
wouldn't this
past
be
my
cool?
Mike and Ike's first.
maybe I can make a music video of like my own summer with the sharks, right? Like do 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 do.
Oh, that would be pretty awesome.
That'd be pretty
Actually,
awesome.
Keith, I just pulled up a photo real quick of the Deftones stage show, like you were just, and this looks fucking
Yeah, I
phenomenal.
shot videos.
Okay, you guys, this is how long we're going. I am on Tall Boy #2.
All right.
All right.
I'll
All right.
start. I'm gonna just lead us. You're here for the main event. If you made it this far, it's a fucking miracle. But anyway.
It's a miracle, and we appreciate you.
Yeah,
And you are
bullshit
Robert. You are Robert De Niro from Awakenings.
We are gonna speed run this shit like you wouldn't believe. We're gonna do the best albums of the 1990s. We're gonna go 1 year at a time. I'm gonna rattle off a bunch of records, probably about 20, 30 records for each year. After I've done saying the record, if each one of you want a brief comment, not a long diatribe, a brief comment, I have it, I'd like to have it, great record, whatever, cool. And then don't say anything. At the end of each year, we're going to say our record of that year. And at the end of 10 years, we're going to pick the record of the decade for us.
And you can pick a record he does not say.
You could pick a record I don't say, but I doubt you will. Okay.
And he did. I mean,
Okay.
Danny did because Danny's better than us. Just blatantly.
well, yeah. I
better.
mean, Danny is Danny.
Danny is Danny. Are
Yeah,
you ready?
Yes. Let's do this.
In no alphabetical order. Painkiller, Judas Priest.
Nope.
Cowboys from Hell, Pantera.
Yes.
Wait,
Rest
hold
in
on a
peace.
second. I'm sorry. What are we saying?
You don't
Nothing
need to-
or- You don't have to say anything. I'm just
You
saying.
don't need to say
wait till
anything.
I'm done saying the album and band before you speak.
Okay.
It's irritating to me because Nick likes to cut me off.
And we're saying whether we like it or not. Or we
If you
have
like it, if you have it on vinyl,
I'm just trying to be judicious with time.
it. Okay.
We are short on
Okay.
time. I'm going to try to
Okay,
ram
got
this through. We fucked up a little bit today. It's okay. Painkiller, Judas Priest. Cowboys from Hell, Pantera.
Classic.
19 albums from 1990. Rust in Peace, Megadeth. Persistence of Time, Anthrax. I
Overrated.
have all these. Shut up. Facelift, Alice in Chains debut album.
Wonderful.
The Razor's Edge, AC/DC, No One Needs.
Crap.
Seasons in the Abyss, Slay Order.
Orgasmic.
Masterpiece.
Empire, Queensryche.
Masterpiece.
My favorite Danzig record, Danzig 2, Lucifuge.
Really?
That's my favorite
Really?
Danzig record. Yep,
That's
yep.
my least favorite of the first three, of the
that's-
good 3.
That's your problem.
Uh,
Also, one of my favorite records, Lights, Camera, Revolution, Suicidal Tendencies,
Classic.
featuring Rocky George and Robert
Incredible
Trujillo.
album.
Never Neverland, Annihilator. I'm good.
No, thank you.
Scumdogs of the Universe, Gore, probably their second best record.
I like to come on things like they do.
That's
Yeah.
true. Into the Mirror Black by Sanctuary.
No, thank you.
Debut album by Trouble, self-titled. One of the most underrated albums, Slaughter in the Vatican by Exhorter from Don's hometown of New Orleans.
Absolute masterpiece.
New Orleans.
An album Nick loves, Tear, Black Sabbath.
What?
Tony Martin for the win, motherfucker.
Why do you disparage me?
I know into
Why do you lie?
Look,
You
don't
get
gang
one.
up on the Tony Martin fan.
Okay.
Fuck y'all.
Cherry Pie Warrant.
I've got a fucking original press of the damn thing,
Rest
and
in
I got a bootleg of this one.
Rest in Power, Janie Lane.
Janie Lane.
Hammerheart by Bathory. Fucking great record, but not like the best record of that.
I'm not a big black guy. I'm not a big Norwegian.
You're not a big black guy? What you just said?
Easy now. The classic Spiritual Healing by Death.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye.
Never heard it, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
No Prayer for the Dying. Well, Don doesn't really like death metal. No Prayer for the Dying, Iron Maiden. I'm good. Thanks.
No, hard no.
Pass.
Yeah.
Left Hand
Pass.
Path, Entombed, who is coming back with a new singer, by the way.
That is
Okay.
a good album.
It's a great album.
That is a
I think
really good album.
Entombed is a little overrated.
I think they're underrated. We'll have to
Okay.
do an Entombed series in 26.
In 2027.
Act 3 by Death Angel.
No, thank
I
you.
saw Ted from Death Angel at the Deftones show last night. Souls of Black by Testament. I can't tell you how long I hand cramped trying to play that bass line. Fuck me.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's
That's a
so good.
great album.
We're gonna do a Testament run.
Incredible.
I got in on low.
So
Next
Souls
one.
of Black is really the first record that doesn't sound exactly like Metallica by them, and that's why.
Mhm.
That's why I don't know. I don't know
another-
any of those albums.
Another banger of a record, Coma of Souls by Creator.
No, thank you.
I don't.
The sophomore album by Living Color, Time's Up.
Absolutely.
Fucking great. Harmony Corruption, I have this on vinyl. Napalm Death.
No.
Crazy World by Scorpions. No thanks.
No.
I don't like the Scorpions nearly as much as you guys do.
The
No,
Scourge,
no.
the Scourge of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Porno Graffiti, Extreme 2 by Extreme.
Oh god, that album's terrible.
Extreme 2 by Extreme
Not bad.
is like not extreme at all.
Nick's favorite album probably of this whole year, Ritual de l'Habitual, Jane's Addiction. Juana's Addiction.
Overrated.
Nick's
got
other
it.
favorite record of this year, Deicide, self-titled.
No.
No.
Former podcast subject, Obituary, Cause of Death.
Let me go back to Deicide just 2 seconds.
Sure.
Deicide has two gears. Nailed it or Midland. Self-titled is not the first one.
Right on. So Obituary, Cause of Death.
Great.
A definite contender for the album of the year.
Previous podcast subject, Obituary Cause of
Thank you
Death.
very much. Thank you much. Possibly one for Don, Shake Your Moneymaker, Black Crows.
You know what? There's some great tracks on that thing.
Absolutely.
You know what? It was great for when it came out. Like compared to later, it wasn't their best, but I did love that record.
What do you think is their best record, real quick?
Amorica.
Amorica. I was going to say Amorica. I love you.
Quit getting high.
No, never.
Moving on. Danny Nichols' favorite, Tales from the Twilight World, Blind Guardian.
What?
Frizzle
I didn't
Fry.
realize- I knew
Primus.
Blind
Whenever
Guardian
I don't know if
was-
this is true, but whenever I think of Blind Guardian, I picture the Dungeons and Dragons player's manual.
Yes, that is accurate. Correct.
Okay.
The Russian judge gives you a 10. Frizzle Fry, Primus, great record. The Eye by King Diamond, great album cover, not a great record.
Yes, and I have it.
Yeah, okay, but not a great record.
My
I
condolences.
said yes,
Yes, you agree it's not a great record.
and I have it.
Arguably a contender for album of the year, Eaten Back to Life by Cannibal Corpse.
No.
Makes me horny in a really bad way.
Lost Paradise by Paradise Lost. We're almost done.
That's ridiculous.
That's a
Why?
great album.
It's a great album.
You cannot be a palindrome.
It's not quite a palindrome, but I know.
I know. Okay, if you're gonna,
Palindromic.
look, I'm going to quote Monty Python. Surely that's not a palindrome. That's a spoonerism. If you're going to split hairs, I'm going to piss off.
Fair enough. Strap It On, the debut album by Helmet, which I love.
Fuck me. No, peg me. I guess is what we're talking about, really.
An underrated record, probably neither of you know, Tortured Existence by the Bronx, New York's own Demolition Hammer. Great.
What makes you think I don't know it?
Oh,
I don't think you know it.
I don't
I
even
don't.
know.
Are you still going to
know.
Coroner?
Yeah,
Do you want to? All right, I'll see if I can get you.
I don't. I just.
Danny
I
can't
just.
go.
Yeah, just me.
All right, just Nick. Just
Yeah.
Heading for Tomorrow. Gamma Ray, Heartbreak Station, Cinderella.
Oh my god.
Beg to Differ by Prong, one of my favorites.
God.
Great
Lock-
fucking record.
Lock Up the
Prong
Wolves
is good.
by Dio. No, thank you.
Oh,
I love that album, man.
love it. I got it on
Love
original vinyl.
I don't love it.
I saw that tour with
Then
Love
you're
Hate
ro-
opening.
Okay, in fairness, that is the first Dio album I ever owned.
That's why.
Probably.
Nostalgia's a hell of a drug.
Lock Up the Wolves is an amazing track, and there are other songs on that record that just don't spring to mind.
Fair. May I? May I continue?
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Damn
sure,
Yankees, self-titled. Fuck
Fuck
off.
'em.
No, fuck them.
Passion and Warfare by Steve Vai featuring
Oh, I just
Beautiful record.
an 18
Just got
year old
horny.
Devin Townsend.
I have to change my pants now.
Terrible
I
Detonator by Rat.
I need to throw away my pants. No.
Believe it or not, that's a really good fucking record.
I don't think so.
I love that album.
Rat didn't make any really good records, so I
Shut
don't
up,
think
dude.
how they could have made one really good record.
Shut the fuck up, Nick.
Here's a quick anecdote about Firehouse's self-titled debut. They had the song "Love of a Lifetime," and my late brother proposed to his fiance or whatever. To that, she said yes, and then he was like, "Our wedding dance song is going to be Love of a Lifetime," and she was like, "Peace, I'm done. Here's the ring back." And then finally, Blackout in the Red Room, "Love Hate." No one cares.
Nah.
Don Leaumont, since you're the guest, what is your favorite album of 1990 that I mentioned or that I didn't?
Man, I'll be honest.
That's a good year.
That list is pretty fucking solid. You know, I mean, I'm gonna have to go with the one that jumps out the most, that jumped out the quickest for me. And I'm gonna have to say Rust in Peace. Like, I thought that album, I mean, for being a Megadeth fan as long as I was, when that album came out, like, I just knew. Like, and also real quick, let me just interject this too, is that was also the year, or was it the year later, that they did the Clash of the Titans tour, where every band on that bill had put out their best album to date, in my opinion. Like, Anthrax had put out Persistence of Time, Slayer put out Seasons, Megadeth put out Rust in Peace. I mean, I would, Alice in Chains, Facelift wasn't their best, but I'm counting the other three. But in my opinion, at that time, that was the best stuff they'd put out, those bands. But Rust in Peace, to me, cream of the crop, chef's kiss.
Nick Cameron, best record of 1990 from this list or something else?
This list, I can think of nothing else other than the list. I have to go with something that I own on vinyl, and I have to go with the one that really makes me cheer, and that is Steve Vai, Passion and Warfare.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not see that coming.
Fucking love that record.
More than Obituary or Deicide or Countdown?
Yeah. If we were talking Cause of Death, it'd be different. And that Deicide record is real mid. It's not Legion.
But Obituary.
Hey, real quick piece of trivia. I mean, information for Nick was that when Vai was in Whitesnake, his guitar solo was the audience is listening with Whitesnake.
Oh,
like,
what a great
backing him
song.
up. And it was fucking incredible.
Love that.
Fair
I
enough.
yield.
I will say Rust in Peace as well. It was a really tough one between this and Pantera and Obituary for me. Really tough, but I'm going to go with that one. 1991. This is going to be a difficult year. Are you ready? 1991 albums. This is insane. Slave to the Grind, Skid Row. Arise, Sepultura. No More Tears, Ozzy Osbourne.
Mike Inez.
The Black
Scooter.
Album by Metallica.
I keep thinking that's 92.
It isn't. You always say
I
that.
know.
You are wrong.
I can be wrong.
It is August 8th, 1991.
I can be wrong. It's happened a couple of times.
It's been wrong quite a lot. Blind by Corrosion Conformity, which I love.
Incredible.
Also a
So I'm
favorite
on that
record.
tour.
Also a favorite record of mine. Bad Motor Finger, Soundgarden.
Shit, what a record.
Also from this year, Use Your Illusion, Guns N' Roses, and Use Your Illusion, like 1 and 2, basically.
I don't really like those records.
Fair enough. Symbol of Salvation.
Combined, you could get one good album out of them.
That's
Yeah, it's
correct.
load and reload.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Symbol of Salvation, Armored Saint.
No, thank you.
No.
This record I could not say recently, Necroticism, Descontenting the Salubrious.
You still can't.
I still
Are you
can't
sure
fucking
you-
say it.
Are you okay?
Discontenting the insidious necroticism.
Jizzing in a test tube to make
Fuck
babies.
Jeff
Carcass.
Walker, Carcass. Anyway, not that record. Perhaps this record, Human by Death.
Great record. I'm not a Death fan, but I love that one. It's got the
Streets.
Philosopher, yeah.
It does. Streets,
Love
a
that
rock
song.
opera by Sabotage. Very underrated.
No.
Underrated classic.
Coming back, but not to America, apparently.
You can't be an underrated classic. It's
Yeah, you
not
can.
possible.
You can be a classic album that is
No.
like a classic album in your own
We'll
right.
argue
Okay, yeah,
about this
you're
in
right.
another chaser. Shut up.
Fair.
All right.
1916 by Motorhead. Great album.
No.
Fucking incredible.
Nick is like, no. Nick is banned. The next podcast is coming back with just me and Don. That's it. Nick is gone.
Nick is like,
Go-
I don't like it. I don't like anything.
I love everything. I love Lulu.
Gothic, Paradise Lost. Nope, nothing. Blessed Are the Sick, Morbid Angel, the B record.
Did not love that one.
Unquestionable Presence by Atheist, underrated.
I don't even know that one.
I don't know
All
that
right.
one at
Like
all.
an ever-flowing stream, Dismember, great band. Swedish.
Early 90s is hard because it wasn't the huge
I dis-
content, that we can all attach now.
I disagree.
You're right.
Clandestine by Intune. 2 albums in a row, back-to-back years.
Hmm.
One of my favorites for sure, Horoscope by Overkill.
I don't like
I thought they lost the plot on that one.
Okay. Fuck Iced Earth. Bullhead by the Melvins. Pre-major label Melvins. Pretty
it.
good.
The Melvins are Andy Kaufman to me. I don't like them.
Oh, that's too bad. War Master by fucking Bolt Thrower. Don't say a fucking word out of turn now.
No.
Is it my turn?
It isn't. Mental Funeral Autopsy.
Don't know.
Effigy of the Motherfucking Forgotten by Suffocation.
I don't know.
This is a great year for death metal, by the way. Dawn of Possession by Immolation.
91 through 4 are all great years for death
Unbelievable
metal.
great metal. Yeah. Let's see. Forest of Equilibrium, Cathedral, Mental Vortex, Coroner, Lunar Womb by The Obsessed, Angel Rat by Voivod. Yes. The Human Factor by Metal Church is not that great. The debut album by the second album by Typo Negative, Slow, Deep, and Hard. They have better records.
That sounds terrifying.
Hey Stupid by Alice Cooper, not bad.
Not great.
That's a pretty solid. That was one of the better ones of his comeback 80s.
Yeah, that's probably the
The
reason he
thrilling
got into
year.
Wayne's World is because he had a couple of hits on there.
It wasn't Hey Stupid as the previous. It was Constrictor.
He had Feed My Frankenstein.
Yeah, but
That
Wayne's
was on
World's not till like
Constrictor.
92, 93, so no. Twilight of the Gods, Bathory. For unlawful, Nick is like looking it up. For unlawful carnal knowledge, Van Hagar.
God,
Van
absolute
Hagar.
rubbish.
Please
So
Please don't ever do that
stupid.
again in my ear. I will.
I'll
fucking
do that
kill you.
forever.
Waiting for someone to come and do fuck us.
In the butt.
Why did I do this podcast with the both of you? Butcher the First, Cannibal Corpse. Maybe the record for this year. I don't know.
What was which record? I'm sorry.
Butchered at Birth. Listen up.
Oh.
Cannibal Corpse.
Don was laughing in my ear holes.
Shut up, you. Sailing the Seas of Cheese Primus.
No.
Testimony of the Ancient Pestilence. Fuck them. 10 by Pearl Jam.
No. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why did you even say that?
Shut up, you. Nevermind by Nirvana. Maybe the album. Innuendo by Queen. Last record with Freddie, I think.
God, I forgot that was.
The
Thing?
horrendous Pink Bubbles Go Ape by Halloween.
Oh God, that was atrocious.
The Plague That Make Your Booty Move by Infectious Grooves.
Sisypius, goddammit!
Lascivious.
Lean
So
Into
serious.
It by Mr. Big.
No,
I think Sisypius leaned into it.
The very underrated Manic Impressions by Anacrusis.
From St. Louis, Missouri.
Blood Sugar Baby. Sex Magic by the
She
Red Hot
has
Chili
it.
Peppers.
She has it.
She
That
has
is
it.
that is a bloated album, but it's what's good on it is great.
That is a bloated album that if you took off 3 tracks, just 3, it's amazing.
Every
Yeah.
record by that's produced by what's his face is a
Rick Ruby's?
Rick
Rubin.
Rubin.
Rick Rubin. And then finally, The Reality of My Surroundings, the Immaculate record by Fishbone. This is a very tough year.
Not for me.
Not for Nick. Don, what is your pick for 1991?
See,
Quickly.
Slave to the Grind.
All right.
I mean, I was already a big Skid Row fan as it was, but that album was a total game changer, and it completely made their peers look absolutely ridiculous because it came out. Even the 2 songs that are considered ballads are like not ballads. They're like that's an extremely dark record. And it's a lot of fun. I love it.
I have got to go with Blood Sugar Sex Magic, and for the reason that was the record from that year that I tried to track down for years and years to get a vinyl pressing of. So the fact that I went so all out, got to go with it. Take off definitely Breaking the Girl on a couple other tracks, and it's super amazing.
Breaking the Girls is great.
No, it's not.
Metallica Black Album. I don't have to even
Fair.
give a reason why.
Nope.
There's
Moving
no
on.
You know why.
Okay, let's tighten up. We're doing good. Tight.
This is probably, to me, the toughest year of all the years, perhaps. The next couple of years are impossible.
92?
1992.
2!
That's my Public Enemy right
Bob
there.
Gunn.
Dirt, Alice in Chains.
Mm-hmm.
Possible pick for me. Vulgar Display of Power, Pantera. These are all great.
Shit.
Countdown to Extinction, Megadeth.
No.
No.
Danzig 3, How the Gods Kill.
Yes.
Got boot.
I don't know what that means.
I got it on bootleg.
All right, speak sentences. Don't use your
Trying to be
shorthand.
quick. I'm trying to be
Shorthand means
quick.
dick to me.
Got boot is dog.
Das Boot. Images and words. Dream Theater.
No, thank you.
Fear of the Dark. Iron Maiden.
Fuck no.
Potentially a one for me. Blues for the Red Sun. Caius.
A lot of words.
The Corellian Isthmus. Amorphous. Imagine if you had a lisp and you had to say that.
Is this about Han Solo or what? An Orwellian
It's
Corellian
not
killer for
Corellia,
credits?
it's Corellian. There's difference. They're not the
fuck
same
'em.
words. Angel Dust, Faith No More. Possible pick for
No.
me. Tough.
No.
No, Kid and I talked about this.
You're both-
Kid
your
looks
kid
at me
is
and she
wrong,
goes, "I
you're-
don't think it's that good." I'm like, "You're
Shut
right,
the
kid."
fuck up! I'm talking. Beyond the Crimson.
Yell at my kid. Yell at my kid.
Beyond the Crimson Horde, Solitude Eternus.
Mm.
A Blaze in the Northern Sky, Dark Throne.
You know, I've never heard that.
That's a fucking great record. I have it on vinyl.
I know. I should hear it.
Dehumanizer, Black Sabbath. Fuck no.
Oh man, now it got hard. I
Dude,
mean, Nick
seriously?
got. I mean, Nick did.
Fuck you, Keith.
You guys are terrible.
It's now a 2-horse race.
Only Black Sabbath that matters has John Osborne.
Dio.
That's Dio.
Dio.
Meantime by
And
Helmet.
Tony
another-
Martin.
Fuck Tony
Two.
Martin.
Meantime by Helmet.
No.
Manic
That's a good
Frustration, the best known album by Trouble.
Why are we talking about Trouble?
Core, Stone Temple Pilots. I think you don't know Trouble, or you wouldn't say that.
I
It's
totally
very
don't.
strange
I mean,
of you
I
to
totally
like
don't.
comment that way. Yeah, be quiet.
totally don't. I
Core,
totally
Stone
don't.
Temple Pilots, all bangers.
You
That's
know
a
what?
great album.
I hated that contemporarily, but
They
I
wanted-
fucking love it
called,
now.
They wanted to be called Mighty Joe Young, and then they were like, they can't be Mighty Joe Young because a blues guy has the trademark. And they're like, okay, we'll figure something out. We want the initials to be STP, and they submitted Shirley Temple's Pussy, and Atlantic Records was like,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, why? And then they had to
That's
pay money
incredible.
and then Atlantic had to pay
What-
money.
in what-
STP threatened to sue Atlantic Records.
In what time frame is Shirley that the Shirley Temple turn?
She was still alive. It's not acceptable.
Wait, is she dead?
I think so. Psalm
Oh,
69,
rest in
The Way
power.
to Succeed and the Way to Suck Eggs Ministry.
No,
I
I just for
thought
the
I
record,
liked it, but
I realized I was like distorting when I got excited, so I turned my volume down a little bit.
All right, then. Pure by Godflesh, underrated.
No,
Epidemic of Violence, Demolition Hammer.
no.
Legion by Deicide.
Oh motherfuck!
Okay. I just saw these guys the other night.
This year
On-
got hard, and I mean
ju-
by year I mean Nick.
All right, that joke is twice now. Onward to Golgotha, Incantation. I just saw them.
Shit demon.
The Law by Ex Hoarder. The Golgothan shit. It's not as
a
good
minute.
as the other one.
Hell's
it's
chief
not as good as
assassin.
Slaughter in the Vatican, but
No, it's good though.
Yeah.
Hell's chief assassin.
Another possible one for me. Sleep's Holy Mountain by Sleep.
I didn't know they were that old. I mean, I'm not
I didn't
being
either.
like silly. I really didn't.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Rage Against the Machine, self-titled debut.
What a fucking great record.
That's a real. I might take it. The Crimson Idol by Wasp.
No,
The last thing I read by them.
For the record, Bob Kulick played guitar on that one.
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
he did.
Somewhere Far Beyond, Blind Guardian.
No, thank you.
The Fourth
D&D.
Crusade, Bolt Thrower.
No, I had that. It was not spectacular.
Don's favorite record of this year, Three Sides to Every Story by Extreme.
No.
Fuck
Fuck. Like, don't fuck. Like,
You know
it's
what?
that's a
The
that's
only-
a don't fuck.
the-
I will not fuck that album.
Hang on, quick question. What's the lead singer's name?
Gary Sharon.
Gary Sharon.
Thank you. The only 3 with Gary Sharon is Van Halen 3. Moving on.
There's no way that Van Halen 3 is better than this record.
Most
Come on, dude.
expensive frisbee ever made.
Okay, that's only true because Van Halen 3 is so terrible.
Possible
Mhm.
album of the year, Los Exorcisto, Devil Music Volume 1, White Zombie.
Shit, this is the hardest year so far.
I said it would be. Tomb of the Mutilated, Cannibal Corpse.
Oh, fuck.
Also, The End Complete by Obituary.
1992 fucks. Like,
It fucks a
so
lot.
hard. It's
A
so
record
low.
that does not fuck or come, Adrenalize, Def Leppard.
No, that album just
Comes in
gives
its
out
pants prematurely.
that album just
Oh,
gives out HJs, bro.
I
you know?
just in my pants. Don, stop moving around so much. You're fucking up your camera. It's pissing me off.
That album is premature ejaculation
It sucks so
personified.
bad. It's
so
literally
bad.
ED as a
Terrible.
record.
Wow.
The New Wonder
Horn
Drug.
Talk.
Hymns by Adrenaline by Def
no,
Leppard.
thank you.
Lysol by the Melvins. Fuck yeah.
No.
Nick, shut the fuck up. End of Silence by Rollins Band. Be quiet and don't say a word.
Great album.
Last One on Earth, Ace Fix. Great album.
Don't know.
Utopia Banished, Napalm Death, not bad. Personal favorite of mine and perhaps future podcast subject, Bricks Are Heavy, L7.
Andre. I know it's not that one.
The Triumph of Steel by Manowar. No, thank you.
Nope.
Nothing with Manowar.
The Broken EP by 9 Inch Nails.
No, fuck them.
Another absolute banger for me, Urban Discipline by Biohazard from Brooklyn.
That is a fucking good album. I don't want to like that album, but that's a good album.
Their version of Slam with Onyx.
They just did it in Europe.
Did they? Chef's
in the
kiss.
same place at the same time. I'll send you the video.
What was the Sabbath song that they covered on the tribute album?
Not Well, After
so fucking
Forever?
good. Oh, I loved it, dude.
Oh,
I thought
really?
they fucking.
Moving on.
Clouds by Tiamat. Great band.
Great name.
Shades of God, Paradise Lost. Why do you have 3 albums in 2 years? Get out of here.
Too many.
America Must Be Destroyed, the 3rd best album by Gwar.
I don't have that one.
Oh, that's a shame. Pile of Skulls by Running Wild. Nope. Tapping the Vein by Sodom, which just got a reissue. That's a banger. Great record. The Ultimate Incantation, which I believe is the debut studio album by Vader from Poland. Great band. Possibly the last 2 are going to duke it out for Nick's number 1. Body Count, self-titled. Cop Killer, I Know Your Mother's Grieving. Fuck her. Because tonight we get even. And Revenge by Kiss.
Revenge by Kiss by Sucks Ass. Are we done? Tell me we're done with this year.
Revenge is amazing.
No, it is not. Are we done with this year?
No, Revenge is
okay.
Like Revenge came in like it was going to fuck,
Don
but
goes
it didn't.
first, by the way.
Don.
No, go ahead.
What's your
my
number
album
1?
of the year, I've got it's Pantera.
I said Don goes first. Why are you doing this?
No,
Don told me to go first. Vulgar Display of Power is just an amazing record. It's all killer, no filler, so it wins. Quick number 2, Los Exorcisto, which is also just that kind of boogie thrash metal.
Okay, Don.
Man, based off this list, I'm going to be totally honest. Probably Dirt. I think Dirt was such a fucking solid record. And I'm trying to play by the rules. I'm going off the list properly because
I mean, if you have one that's not on the list,
it's easier to go by the list.
But this is just more. It's more challenging for me to kind of have to pick. But then, believe it or not, I think of all of them. I think number 2 goes to Danzig 3.
All right,
I thought that album was so fucking good.
We got to tighten up.
We don't. Nick has to pee. That's probably it.
Fuck you, Nick.
I got more than having to pee, but I do have to pee.
We're gonna get through it. Don't worry. We've got 8 more years. 7 more years. This is really impossible for me.
I got a lawyer wife that's gonna need me to go watch the hockey game here in
you can
not too long.
You can miss a hockey game in March. That doesn't matter. Come on.
I already promised lawyer wife.
I don't care. We're doing a podcast. And y'all talk too much during the beginning of this thing. You brought Don here. This is what the problem is. We either have to not talk or do maybe next time
moving on to 93.
Come on,
maybe the chaser. We skip the news. I guess I'm gonna pick Angel Dust by Faith No More because Dirt also is like 1A and 1B, and then my 3rd would be Los Exorcisto or Pantera. This shit sucks. It's too hard.
Wait. Legion was that year too, right?
It was, but you already picked. Once you pick, you picked. I don't give a fuck. That's my rule.
Fair. I said fuck.
We're gonna speed run 93. You ready?
Ready.
Chaos AD Sepultura.
Oh, fuck.
Brilliant.
Bloody Kisses, Typo Negative.
Yeah.
Nah.
Y'all are both crazy. Edge of Thorns, Sabotage.
Bastards,
Motorhead. Nope.
No.
Artwork by Carcass.
Yeah. Oh my God.
There's another
I just
canvas,
came again.
5 or 6.
Canvas to paint in my pants.
If you want it shorter, talk less. Entombed, Wolverine Blues.
No.
My personal favorite record by Cynic, Focus.
No.
Icon by Paradise Lost.
Fuck Icons.
I think neither of you know Paradise Lost.
I don't, but I don't like the word Icon.
Shut up.
I just know the one that came out in 94, I think, or whatever that one was.
Individual Thought Patterns by Death.
That's Philosopher.
The 10 of 10 Houdini by the Melvins. I know it's nothing for y'all. Undertow by Tool.
No.
Under a Funeral Moon, the 2nd best album from Dark Throne.
No.
Take Is Needed for Pain by I Hate God. Great album.
No.
Turn Loose the Swans by My Dying Bride. Somehow Counterpart is on this list. I don't know why.
Fuck that album.
Not the
What, Rush's Counterparts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, fuck that album.
Yeah. The Nocturnal Silence by Necrophobic. Are we counting soundtracks? The Last Action Hero soundtrack?
Fuck that.
Oh.
Big gun.
Yeah, but that's got... All right, shut up.
It does have one of Queensryche's best songs.
You should never sing ever again as long as you live, Doc. Like,
what are you, my wife?
Yeah, well, she's right.
Hey, like 6 or 7 times she picked out the song I was singing.
The Mighty Contract, Rotting Christ. The Erosion of Sanity, the debut from Gorguts. Vince Neil, Exposed. Amazing.
What the fuck?
I'm kidding. It's horrible. So bad. She's my machine. Anyway, In the Shadows, equally bad. In the Shadows, Merciful Fate. It should not have come back.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
That was a terrible.
Fuck
come
you.
On, Don. Don knows. Nick,
no, fuck
that
you.
Was so bad.
Fuck you. Old Oak Hanging Tree like a motherfucker.
My possible pick for the year: River Runs Red, Life of Agony. Covenant, Morbid Angel, definitely a contender.
Well, you know what? There goes my piss Keefy and Don off pick. So.
You are making us go longer. Sound of White Noise, Anthrax, possibly my pick.
No.
The Outer Limits, which I checked on the podcast recently, Voivod, my new reissue. In Utero, Nirvana.
Mm.
Pure Holocaust, the debut album by Immortal. Crowbar, self-titled. Slip by Quicksand, great fucking record. Supernova by Today Is the Day, phenomenal. Live Shit Binge and Purge shouldn't really count, but it's on here.
Doesn't count.
Screams and Whispers by St. Louis's own Anacrusis again. Get a Grip by Aerosmith, pretty good record.
No.
Fucking
terrible.
You guys suck.
No.
A Real Dead One by Iron Maiden. Luckily, this is not as good a year.
Should not count. Okay, Don.
Maybe no live albums, right? Just real.
No live album. No live
right.
Studio only.
It's amazing how you can tell the change, the shift in the tectonic plates here.
Yeah, this year is not as hard as last year.
Right?
Thank God.
Man, looking at this list, like easily Heartwork.
Oh fuck, I forgot about that one. So I got Heartwork.
Heartwork is also one of the best produced records.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And it's death metal played in standard. That's fucking crazy, isn't it? In standard.
Might be
standard or flat. I mean, it's nothing. It's not C sharp. That's for sure.
It's not like Drop D or anything. Like it's fucking incredible record though.
It's Heartwork for me. Heartwork, Chaos ID, or In the Shadows, and In the Shadows might be largely buttressed by nostalgia. So I'm gonna go with what is quality and amazing and pounding and brutal. Chaos AD.
The opportune word for that is, you said buttress.
You said
but you were right when you said butt. For me, because you're going to say those, I'm going to say The Sound of White Noise by Anthrax, followed by Tool, and then Chaos AD.
I snooty laugh at you.
All right, 94.
1994, another hard year to do.
Bop gun.
This shit is stop with the bop gun.
That was in Ice. That was in Ice Cube's pop gun.
I'm well aware.
Okay.
This year is going to be fucking ridiculous. I'll go quickly. Burn My Eyes, Machine Head. Deliverance, Corrosion of Conformity.
Excellent.
The classic Tales from a Thousand Lakes, Amorphous. Far Beyond Driven. That's not the same thing. Finland. Fuck Minnesota. Minnesota's exists because of Finland. Far Beyond Driven, Pantera.
Wow.
Super Unknown, Soundgarden.
No, thank you.
Shut up. In the Night Side, Eclipse, Emperor. Awake by Dream Theater. Nope.
No, thank you.
Euthanasia by Megadeth.
What a great record.
But you think Soundgarden sucks. Okay.
I don't like Chris Cornell's vocals when he started straining.
Okay. But you like Dave Mustaine's vocals that can't sing at all. All right.
No, I don't like his vocals. Everything else is...
Set the train rolling.
That.
I love Megadeth.
You got... Don is singing the previous.
The other one. Yeah, that was also... We skewed... Like, that one didn't even... 92 is so hard. That record didn't register. Transylvanian Hunger... Dark Throne, 3 years, 3 albums in a row. Classics.
Shit.
The most successful record by Melvins, Stoner Witch. The final record by Caius, Welcome to Sky Valley. The underloved, I hear you saying nothing about any of these Stoner Doom records. I'm very sad, Don. Acid Bath, When the Kite String Pops. The self-titled record by Korn.
I don't like Korn.
The Bleeding by Cannibal Corpse, which I believe is the first record with Corpse Grinder.
I believe so.
Or the
Corpse
last
Grinder.
record with Chris, maybe though.
Whatever. Get some stuffies for the kids.
Troublegum by Therapy.
No, thank you.
The
No.
Mysterious Dom Satanas, Mayhem.
No, thank you.
The Downward Spiral by Nine Inch Nails. I definitely consider
Fuck
it
'em.
me. Sure, fuck you.
Wow.
Wild Honey by Tiamat.
Still not for me.
Blasphemy Made Flesh by Cryptopsy. Point Blank
Lord.
by Nail Bomb. Supergroup. Low by Testament.
There we
Oh,
go.
That's
Fear,
terrible.
Emptiness, Despair by Napalm Death. Did you just say that Low is terrible? Wow, you're
Mhm.
great.
I
Great.
hate you.
Betty
That's bad.
by Helmet. Helmet is on tour right now.
That is a good
Made
album,
this
by the
album.
way.
For Victory, Bolt Thrower.
No, thank you.
Danzig 4. Danzig.
Space turds. Fuck 'em.
No, that's
the,
bad.
The Last Temptation by Alice Cooper. Why I have this on vinyl, I do not know.
That is a
'Cause you
good
have not
album. Though.
sent
I
it to
like
me.
that one.
The
Does that
Good-
have Lost in America on it?
I'm-
It does.
I
Yeah.
love that song.
Inside Show. Yeah.
I don't know that one. I know Lost in America.
Mortal Throne of Nazarene. Incantation.
Hmm.
The debut album by Enslaved, Viking Vilde. Master of the Rings, Halloween. The Principle of Evil Made Flesh by Cradle of Filth. Hungry for Stink by L7.
Andre.
The
No.
self-titled debut. Oh, it's not the debut. It's the self-titled album by Motley Crue with the yellow Motley Crue on it. Horrible.
Oh shit.
Great fucking record.
Mm-hmm.
Great
The
album.
Seventh Sign by Yngwie Malmsteen. Go fuck yourself.
No, it's
Wow.
I'm
terrible.
gonna chuck donuts at him.
Is that the full name of the album, like in parenthesis?
I'm gonna chuck donuts at him. Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
I don't like fucking donuts. Metallica
Part two,
heard my
back into
early
donuts.
demos and copied me on Kill 'Em All.
Keep going, bros.
Dogman, King's X.
Oh,
Pandemonium.
underrated.
Yeah, super great. Pandemonium, Killing Joke. Wait by Rollins Band, because I'm a liar.
Mm.
Cleansing by Prom. Handful of Rain, Sabotage. Cross Purposes, Black Sabbath.
Absolutely.
I want to. I want it.
Purple, previous podcast subject by Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh,
Great
good
album.
record.
Screaming Blue Murder by Blue Murder, Rip John Sykes. Non Serviam by Rotting Christ, and Selfless by Godflesh featuring Kirk Hammett. Whoa, what a year. A very tough year to pick one.
Don, what you got?
Don, what you got?
So this also reminds me that this was the last year I was in my metal band before I decided to discover the Grateful Dead and hop onto Volkswagen buses with people like Anna Banana. But anyway, honestly, off this list, I'm gonna have to say either the self-titled Crew or Deliverance. Like both of those to me were just solid. The Crew album was such a great surprise because I was already hating Crew at that point, and that album came out and it was
Oh, you
like
gotta
a
pick one.
banger. It was so
Okay.
good. All right, I'm gonna go with the Crew album.
All right, I'm glad you did because I want to, but I can't. I'm gonna have to go with purple.
Hard to fuck with. There's like 10 of these that I would have picked. I am going, it's really between like Burn My Eyes, Far Beyond Driven, Korn, and Super Unknown.
Oh shit! This is the Far Beyond Driven year too.
I gotta pay attention when I do the list instead of bullshitting. Nicholas. Far Beyond Driven Pantera would have to be my record, but just by a smidge over Korn and Soundgarden and Deliverance. All right.
A rough year.
It's such a hard year. 96 should be a little easy. Or sorry, 95 should be a little easier. Sorry, we still
Yeah,
got
95 is a
four more
lot
of these.
easier. Divine Intervention.
Shut up. That's 93. Or maybe I didn't have it on the list. It was 93. Would you have picked
95.
9? Oh, you think so?
No, it's 90. Oh, it's 94 actually.
Oh, so well, we did 94.
We missed it.
I missed it. I don't know. I'm going off of Google. It's not my fault.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Go on.
1995. Down NOLA.
No.
Celebrating 30 years this year.
Yeah.
Land of the Free Gamma Ray.
No,
King for a Day, Fool for a Lifetime, Faith No More.
I agree with the kid. No,
The kid is wrong, and so are you. Symbolic by Death.
still no.
The Carnival Bazaar, Cathedral.
Yes.
No.
The Great Dopes to Infinity, Monster Magnet.
Do I feel like an animal or a human? Mitch
That's a
Hepper.
great
No.
album.
Possible Album of the Year, Slaughter of the Soul, At the Gates.
Mm,
Demanufacture, Fear Factory.
no.
Pierce-
I wanted to love Fear Factory.
You should give them another chance when we
I've
do
given
the
him 18 chances.
You really haven't, though.
I have though.
Draconian Times, Paradise Lost. That's like
Great
4
album.
albums in 5 years. Why?
That's the one. That was the first one I heard by them, and it was fantastic. I still like that one.
Pierced from Within, Suffocation. My second favorite black metal band of all time, Ulver, with Bergat et Eventer e Capeller.
Do it in
That's their
English.
fifth album. I don't know what the fuck it means in English.
No, I'm saying Norwegian black metal bands do it in English.
I don't fucking know. Battles in the North, the classic from Immortal. Alice in Chains self-titled The Tripod album.
Nah,
That album's so mid.
The Gallery.
It really is.
It is not. The Gallery by Dark Tranquillity.
No, thank you.
You try to make a record with an active heroin addict and see how it goes.
Well, how many were in the band? Like 4 active heroin addicts, or just the one?
Two alcoholics, a cokehead, and a heroin guy.
Well, that sounds like a recipe for a mid record, like Alice in Chains, self-titled.
That sounds like a recipe for platinum.
That sounds like a recipe for Heaven Beside You, Hell Within for 8 minutes.
Are you done?
Yes.
Orchid by Opeth.
No, thank you.
Astro Creep 2000, White Zombie's final record.
Fuck it.
No.
Dead Winter Dead by Sabotage.
I need a good one still.
Subhuman Race, Skid Row.
No.
A self-titled debut album by Clutch.
Getting closer.
Balance by Van Halen. Does that count?
Fuck that. No, fuck
No,
that
fuck-
record.
Fuck Van Halen.
That's,
Fuck Van
that's
Hagar.
even worse than 3.
Fuck Van Halen 3 with Balance.
Whoa.
Amok by Sentence. Great band. I saw them once for 15 minutes.
Okay, great.
They got off a plane. They flew to the venue. They set up. They played. The plug was pulled on them after 15 minutes. Straight on the plane from Finland. Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, the Smashing Pumpkins.
Punch me in the dick.
Someone should have told Billy Corgan not to sing back in 1988. Anyway, great guitar player, great songwriter. Stop singing. And The Circus Leaves Town. Sorry, that's the final album from Caius. No one cared. Mandy Lion by The Gathering. Classic. De Profundis, the second album ever by Vader. Does this band like Lord of the Rings? Minas Morgul by The Summoning. Try Not to Laugh. The X Factor by Iron Maiden.
Ah,
Ugh.
That's a try not to laugh.
garbage.
Hot garbage.
I fucked
Panzerfaust,
that album with Van Halen 3.
It's not Blaze's fault. It's Steve.
No, it's Steve's fault.
Blaze is a great singer. I will fucking die on that hill.
The songs that Blaze wrote on that record are amazing.
Oh my God! Stop it.
No, the Blaze written Blaze songs are amazing because Blaze knew what Blaze could do, and they're great.
I can't.
Moving
I
on.
Can't. I just can't.
Listen to my episode. Moving on.
Panzerfaust, Dark Throne. Yet another Dark Throne. Sacrifice Motorhead. Osmosis, Ozzy Osbourne.
Finally, something I can choose.
Not too bad. Plastic Green Head by Trouble. This is when all the bands started trying to be something else because it wasn't working. The amazing Destroy, Erase, Improve by Meshuggah.
Fuck my sugar.
This album I love to death. Stomp 442 by Anthrax.
No.
Negatron by Voivod. Did you say never? We're going to fight. A Change of Seasons, Dream Theater.
Three-way dance. ECW.
Eddie Trunk's favorite band ever, Walk on Water by UFO.
No.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Stranger in Us All, Rainbow. I didn't know Rainbow had an album this year.
I
Fuck
did not even
Rainbow.
know.
Dio's not in it.
Ball Breaker by AC/DC.
Fuck, what a terrible
fuck
record.
that album. That is some dog shit. Oh.
Speaking of dog shit, Ultraphobic by Warrant.
Oh. You had to do
Moving
that when
on.
I'm almost done with my Mike and Ike's. I had that
Hails
acid
from the
reflux.
Punch Bowl by Primus. The
No.
formerly great and now disbanded The Silent Enigma by Anathema.
No.
Once Upon the Cross by Deicide.
Might be the best one so far. That's really sad.
The self-titled debut of the Foo Fighters.
Oh.
No.
Oop.
Insomniac by Green Day.
Nope.
Pretty great.
Oop.
Magnum
Nope.
Opus by Yngwie Malmsteen.
You can't name your fucking record Magnum Opus. Kick him in the dick.
The dick and the nerve of
Should have
this
named it
fucking
Magnus Donuts.
guy. Next on this fucking guy, Yngwie Malmsteen. And Hidden Treasures by Megadeth. I guess compilations don't count.
No.
Don Doc and Dillamont, what is your album of the year for 1995?
Carnival Bazaar.
Cathedral.
Man,
Fuck yeah.
Those were two solid albums, Carnival Bazaar, and actually, how could you leave out the Ethereal Mirror from '93? Because that would have been Carnival Bazaar.
I'm gonna jump in. We got to move on. I'm gonna go with the Foo Fighters.
No,
The Foo Fighters debut record is the
Coming
only
up next, the Foo Fighters.
It's actually the only It's actually the only record of theirs I like.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And for me, Demanufacture, Fear Factory. Although Nola by Down would be close too.
Let's hit 6. Let's hit it. Let's hit it rolling.
We're gonna hit it rolling. We're gonna end right at 7. Fuck you. The Jester Race in Flames.
No.
Okay. October Rust Typo Negative.
Fuck them.
no,
Fuck you. None So Vile Cryptopsy.
no.
Still no.
We're gonna get so demonetized. We're never gonna get monetized because of this podcast. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Elegy by Amorphous.
No.
The Wonderful Morning Rise by Opeth.
No, this year sucks.
The now disgraced Neurosis, but Through Silver and Blood, probably their best record.
I never heard it.
Possibly my pick for the year. It will come from these next 5 or 6 records.
Metallica Load?
No. Enema, Tool. Shut the fuck up.
Fuck Tool.
Dusk. I'm gonna fuck your mama with a tool. Dusk in Her Embrace, Cradle of Filth. Just bite your tongue.
Are you bleeding?
God just punished you.
God! Oh!
God just punished you. What's happening?
You made me laugh
God.
so fucking hard. I have a beer in my mouth. I had to spit it back into the cup.
Oh, that's
I
amazing.
never want to see that ever fucking again.
Well, now we know what Nick looks like when he's
Nick Beer Puke Cameron.
May I continue?
No, fuck it. Yes.
Dusk in Her Embrace, Cradle of Filth.
No.
The Great Southern Trendkill, Pantera.
No.
Oh. Wise Blood, Grammy winner Wise Blood by Corrosion Conformity.
Moving backward, Suicide Part 2, good.
What the
Okay.
fuck did you just say?
Suicide Note
Get the
Part
jizz
2
out first.
is good.
What just happened?
Antichrist Superstar, Marilyn Manson.
No.
Probably his best record, though. Roots,
Really? No.
Sepultura.
No.
No.
That's a good album.
Something's deeply wrong with you. Down by Sentence.
You sound like my wife. No.
Let's see. Velvet Darkness They Fear, Theater of Tragedy. I haven't thought about that band in a long time. There's a reason why.
What the fuck is even any of that?
Oh, yeah, wow. The Politics of Ecstasy by Nevermore.
That's a lot of words.
Passage by Samael.
Eh,
Crimson by Edge of Sanity.
I don't have a one to pick yet.
Swan Song by Carcass.
I wish that was it, but it's not. That song, that album's
Alright.
terrible.
That was a terrible one. It was so sad.
I know Nick's pick already. Here in After Immolation, not a great title.
Too many words.
Speaking of Serrano, Load, Metallica,
Oh, God, I wish that was great.
Dope Sick by I Hate God, love that.
Good title.
The great title mid-album Perpendicular by Deep Purple. The sophomore album by Korn, Life is Peachy. Pagan Terrorism Tactics by Acid Bath, which I do love.
So many words.
The debut album by Converge, Petitioning the Empty Sky. I think it's an EP technically. Filth Pig by Ministry, underrated. The Time of the Oath by Halloween.
No.
Nemesis Divina by Satyricon.
No.
This you probably should know, but don't. Death's Head Extermination by Crisis.
Okay.
Triarchy of the Lost Love by Rotting Christ.
Wait. What? What's the first word?
Triarchy
Oh,
of the Lost
okay.
Love.
Okay, moving on.
Okay. Refresh the Demon by Annihilator. I have no memory of this album.
Same.
Episode by Stradivarius. Overnight Sensation Motorhead. No. Dictatus Ted Nakar by Bethlehem. The Amazing and Wonderful Stag by Melvins.
No.
Let's see. Holy Land by Angra.
No.
Aspera Hema Symphonia by Arcturus. Good band.
Are we gonna get to the good records or?
There are no more good records, actually. Like Gods of the Sun, My Dying Bride.
What year is this?
96. You should be keeping track for yourself. This record is actually great, but I don't think either of you know it. Brave Murder Day by Catatonia.
Nope.
No.
Screaming Symphony by Impellitteri.
No.
The Graveyard by King Diamond, former podcast subject. I think that's the record we gave up the whole series on, right?
No, it was after Graveyard.
The perennially overrated and strangely erotic Louder Than Hell by Manowar.
Okay. Just for the record, I got 10 minutes, I've been told.
We're going to get it. We're going to get it. You were not told.
We got this.
I was just told.
96.
I have nothing.
I'm going to go with In the
Seriously.
Graveyard. I'm going to go with In the Graveyard because, I like that better than Load.
That's
Keefy.
Really shameful. Anima Tool.
97. Deuce, Kiss, Go.
1997. Accident of Birth Dickinson.
No.
Something Wild Children of Bodom.
No.
I have all these. Come My Fanatics, Electric Wizard.
No, but that's a good album.
Anthems to the Wellican. Don't rush me. I'm going quick. Just you don't keep saying words, and I won't have to interrupt to tell you not to. Jackass. Anthems to the Wellican at Dust Emperor. Horacle In Flames. Enthroned Darkness Triumphant. Dimmu Borgir. Probably my pick. Around the Fur Deftones. Maybe not. Nighttime Birds, The Gathering. City, Strapping Young Lad. Speaking of Nick Menza, Cryptic Writings, Megadeth.
Good record. The
Color and the Shape, Foo Fighters. Good 1-2 right there. 1 Second, Paradise Lost. Greatest Love Songs, Volume 1 by him. Not a compilation, an actual album with that title. The unfortunately underrated Jugulator by Judas Priest. I like that record. Unleash the Beast by Saxon. My Own Prison by Creed, Don's favorite record of this year. Eld by Enslaved. Don can't even come with a comeback for that. He's probably going to pick it. The debut album by Hatebreed, Satisfaction's the Depth of Desire. Natan's Madrigal by Ulver. Senshut by Rammstein. That's a pretty great one. Let's see. The Fourth Judgment by Jag Panzer. The Olden Domain by Borknagar. 9 Lives by Aerosmith. No. Kill, Fuck, Die by Wasp. No. Album of the Year by Faith No More. Maybe.
No.
Blizzard Beast by Immortal. Maybe. Reload by Metallica. Maybe not. Much better records here. Demonic Testament. Black Science by Geezer. Falling into Infinity Dream Theater. And is there anything else? There's a Entombed record, To Ride, Shoot Straight, and Tell the Truth. Not bad. And Hypocrisy, the final chapter. Nothing else good here. This is a shit year of music. I got to be honest.
This album fucking blows. I got nothing.
All right.
I am going to say that with arms wide open, I embrace Accident of Birth.
Oh, Accident of Birth? He's got
fucking. That's like Bruce Dickinson's second best record.
He's got puns. I'm going to say Senshut by Rammstein. Although I love Horacle by In Flames. That's my favorite, almost my favorite In Flames record. 1998. Are you ready?
Do it. Go.
The Chemical Wedding, Dickinson.
Yes.
Nightfall in Middle Earth, Blind Guardian. The Unfuckwithable My Arms Your Hearse, Opeth. This is really when they became the Black and Death Metal with a little bit of prog. Sound of Perseverance, Death. Their last record, maybe. Obscurum by Gorguts, pretty good. Power Trip, Monster Magnet, Space.
Excellent.
Amongst the Catacombs of Nephron Ka by Nile. Mechanical Animals by Marilyn Manson. When Forever Comes Crashing by Converge. The debut album by Amonomarth, Once Sent from the Golden Hall. Oh, this is the record. Voodoo by King Diamond. Jesus, should be called Doodoo.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck it.
Age of Mastery, Jag Panzer. Nightwish, Oceanborn. Hellbilly Deluxe, Rob Zombie. No, thank you.
No.
An Audio Guide to Everyday Atrocity by Nothing Face. I fucking love this record. Discouraged Ones by Catatonia. Into the Electric Castle by Arion. Don might know that. Frozen by Sentenced. Our Problem by Iron Monkey. Virtual 11 by Iron Maiden. No. Diabolical Conquest by Incantation. A very mid band that a lot of people in New York like. Imprint by Vision of Disorder. No thanks. Queens of the Stone Age, debut self-titled. It's okay. It's pretty good. Killing on Adrenaline, Dying Fetus, the self-titled album by Godsmack. Jesus Christ. Also the self-titled album by System of a Down, which I did not like when it first came out. Gore Metal by Exhumed. Chaos Fear by Meshuggah. Let's see. Formulas Fatal to the Flesh Morbid Angel.
No.
Refuse Shape of Punk to Come. Not bad. Corn, Follow the Leader. The Archaic Course by... That's correct. That is also correct. That is, in fact, actual lyrics. The Archaic Course by Borknagar. Legacy of Kings by Hammerfall. Here's your album, Nicholas. Diabolus in Musica, Slayer.
Thank you.
A record no one likes but you. We're not new metal. Cold, self-titled debut. Yield by Pearl Jam. This is when I jumped off the fucking bus.
No.
The great and underrated Stone Mouth Secrets by Soylent Green. At a Loss by Buzz Oven. Functioning on Impatience by Coalesce. Destiny by Stradivarius. Don Delamont, do you have a record for 98? We're almost there.
Man, Chemical Wedding by A Country Mile. Absolutely. That's Bruce's best one.
My hockey pump-up CD, Diabolus in Musica.
What a shame. I'm going to say Chaos Fear by Meshuggah. Because got to have one Meshuggah. Are you ready? 99, let's fucking go. And then I'll literally, after I give mine, I'm going to do the outro. We're just going to go, okay?
Let's do it.
Metropolis Part 2, Scenes from a Memory, Dream Theater.
Fucking great.
Colony, In Flames. Times of Grace, Neurosis. Oh, this is a tough one. Slipknot, self-titled debut, 99. Fuck.
No.
Fragile Art of Existence, Control Denied, a.k.a. Death After Death.
No.
Also good, Still Life by Opeth. Wisconsin Death Trip, Static X. At the Heart of Winter, Immortal. Why do they keep making these records? Like 7 records in 7 years.
Good God, I didn't know Immortal even kept going.
They should have. Gathering, Testament, brilliant, 10 of 10.
That's a great record.
Hate Breeder,
Yeah.
Children of Bodom. Pale Folklore by Agalok, who I guess are not canceled anymore. Calculating Infinity, the debut album by Dillinger Escape Plan. Fuck yes. Theater of Salvation by Ed Guy. World Coming Down, typo motherfucking negative.
No.
No.
Yes, all the yes.
No.
Battle of Los Angeles, Rage Against the Machine, their final
Great.
studio album.
That's a great album.
Also terrible, 9 by Merciful Fate.
Yes, terrible.
Terrible.
Issues
Terrible.
by Korn, their 4th album in
Terrible.
5 years. Not bad.
Terrible.
Windeer, I think this is their final record before the guy died. Artnor. Home by Seven Dust, sophomore record, brilliant. Burning Bridges by Arch Enemy, the first album with Angela Gassot on vocals. Dysfunction by Stained, fuck them.
No, fuck that.
Dreaming Neon Black by Nevermore. 9 Equilibrium Emperor, great record. S&M Metallica, nope.
Nope.
Twilight of the Idols by Slough-Feg, great band. Make Yourself by Incubus. Us and Them by Godflesh. Significant Other by Limp Bizkit featuring Break Stuff.
No.
Failures for the Gods by Immolation. The Burning
No.
Red by Machine Head. Botch. We Are the Romans, great album. The Fundamental Elements of Southtown by P.O.D. The Maze by Vinnie Moore. Buck Cherry, self-titled debut. Dan Swan, Moon Tower. Human Clay by Creed, that's one for Don. Onset of Putrefaction by Necrophagist. Oh my God, that might be it this year. The Fragile by 9 Inch Nails, fuck yes. The Opposite of December by Poison the Well. Solidified by Grip Inc. Metalhead by Saxon, not a good album.
Terrible.
Wait, there's more. Really quick. Criteria for a Black Widow Annihilator, not bad. For
There's
some
some
reason, Blink-182 is on here. Enema of the State. And
No.
Hell Dorado by Wasp, no one ever needed.
Nope.
Don, what is your final album of the 90s?
Probably in my top 5 favorite
Well, final
concept
album,
albums,
99, and then-
Metropolis.
Metropolis, and then give me your number 1 for the decade.
My number 1 for the decade, good God, is probably going to have to be... Man, it's crazy. I'm going to have to say Slave to the Grind.
All right.
99, abstain. This is fucking awful.
Again?
Yeah, it's awful.
I can't believe you shouldn't be allowed to abstain. Go ahead.
I don't have. Okay, fine. Whatever King Diamond was.
No, that's
You had
terrible.
nothing?
You don't want to pick that. You don't
I-
want to pick King Diamond.
Okay, Merciful
we
Fate then.
Not even King. No.
We're going to take that
They don't
one.
have
with us.
Fucking terrible
You
year.
don't even, like, not an Opeth or a The Gathering in Flames, nothing?
Let's just give him The Gathering.
I can only give you what I've listened to, and this is a bad year for me.
Sure.
My favorite of the year is not the one I chose for the year of the year.
What's the decade?
Decade is Deicide Legion.
Fair enough. 1999, Slipknot. And then the decade, how can it not be the Black Album? I don't understand. That's our show. You've been watching the Glacially Musical Podcast, Don, and we love you. Nick,
Love you guys too.
send my apologies to Lawyer Wife. I am sorry.
She is
Okay,
waiting.
yes.
I've been
Go
getting
watch your
texts.
hockey. Well, it's my fault. Blame me. And
Don't blame Dom.
again, if you've been listening, if you've been listening thus far, you're a real one. Check the description for all our social links and all the things. I am Keefy of GhostCodeMag.com, the co-host of the Glacially Musical Podcast with the host Don, and the co-host Don, the guest co-host Don, and Nick. And as we say every week at this juncture of the show, it's the Glacially Musical Podcast that does not play in Peoria, and Nick is not going there after all.
Just Bloomington.
Peace.